That Hold On Julio, first run in 1911, 15 favourites and 85 runnings have won it, but only 3 favourites have won since Chancer in 1969. It's been a terrible result for punters here, but they're going 6-1 twice. They've got a chance of getting 2 horses as favourites.
Quantitative Evie is in though, ran well here last year. He's also a winner of the Spinal Injuries Day in November. 6-1. Noland, who was Supreme Novices 6 years ago, looks well. He's 11-2 favourite now. Only had a couple of starts, but he's a Grade 1 winner. Hold On Julio, you wouldn't have got too much enthusiasm, I don't think, from listening to Alan King, but he's won 2 races and run really nicely. Mon Mome, he's been 3rd in a Gold Cup, won a Grand National. Really good horse, 50-1. He looked like he was on his way back 3 runs ago, but seems to have gone off a little bit. And Zarafat, he was second to a horse of Paul Nicholls down at Wincanton, and then came back and won there over 3 miles last time. Emma Lavelle and new jockey Noel Feely.
Moving on down, our Mick has had a great season already. He's won 3. He's a novice. He's still progressing though, and he could have a say in this. You just heard from Ted about Magnanimity. Tullamore Dew is very well handicapped with quantitative easing. His jumping hasn't been as good on occasions this season and seemed to have become a bit of a problem till last time. If he puts in a good round, he's well handicapped. You heard Ted give a view about Mosley. Fruity O'Rooney is a good tough handicapper, but there's plenty like to force the pace round here. He's one of those, and they may set it up for a finisher.
Number 11 of the package, you just heard David Pipe saying that he's fairly well handicapped, judged on his second to Chief Jan George here a couple of years ago. Billy McGurn loves fast ground. He loves Cheltenham. The stable coming back would have an each-way chance. Mount Oscar, 13 years old now, but if it was at Newbury, you'd fancy him more. And Baylan Ride, travelling really well at Ascot when he tipped up last time, 12-1 for Harry Skelton. And Alfie Sherrin, he was 12th in the per temps here a couple of years ago, and struggling a little bit for form really.
Just a few more to see. Botman for Richie Killer and Tim Vaughan has generally been in pretty good form. 5th in a hot novice handicap last time out. He got hampered and he also made a couple of mistakes, so maybe he's a tad better than that. Reggae Dancer is a pretty solid northern handicapper on his day. He might find this too tough. Pontific was probably a bit unlucky not to be in the first 3 at Doncaster last time. He dominated the race for a long way before getting tired, and he fell at the last, which was a real injustice. And Runshan, well, the punters don't want to know about him. He's 100-1 and he's £8 out of the handicap.
Cash prize of £100 for the grooms.
We have a new favourite now, this Hold On Julio, number 3, 8-1 with him.
About his horse Seabass, who's had, as he said, a sniff of the leg 3 times, had 3 years off, endless patience, and
I'd say you'd be
very
a horrible
deep
owner.
pockets. I'd be the worst owner.
You'd be a horrible owner.
I'd be the worst owner.
I think it would be a trainer's nightmare to train for you.
I'd be
contrary and know all. You'd be everything the fellow would hate.
Yeah. In fact, I might buy one and have it with you just for the laugh.
No, you wouldn't make that a laugh.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's no laughing matter what's about to start. And once again, Simon is in control.
And they're being called in then for this JLT specialty handicap chase, and away they go with 19 fences ahead of them and every chance of a good pace here. Fruity O'Rooney, one of the front runners in the field, leads over the first from our Mick. Pontific is handy with Billy McGurn. Hold On Julio up the inside of Noland, then Magnanimity and Runshan wide of the grey Botman. They're followed by Balliot Henri, the sweaty Tullamore Dew out wide of Mount Oscar. Quantitative easing round the inside of Mon Mome as they take the second, and then further back Alfie Sherrin with Mount Oscar, Mosley, the package, Reggae Dancer and Zarafat was last as they swung left-handed into the back straight and onto the third, and Fruity O'Rooney and Jamie Moore up the inside of Pontific and our Mick as they clear this one, and all safely on towards the water. Billy McGurn remains close up. In the green sleeves on the near side is Hold On Julio, just behind Magnanimity in a maroon jacket clearing the water jump. And then on the inside, also on the near side, was Quantitative Easing in JP McManus's silks, the white cap worn by Tony McCoy. Now an open ditch. Fruity O'Rooney from Pontific and Runshan over that. They were the 1, 2, 3, followed by Billy McGurn. Then a grey Our Mick on the outside. Also wide is Tullamore Dew from Magnanimity. And then Hold On Julio with Nolan just behind them and Balliot Henri as now they run towards the top of the hill. They've got an open ditch to cross. on this next part of the course. Fruity O'Rooney, Pantific, Billy McGurn and the white-faced Run Shan. Hold on Julio round the inside, Magnanimity, and then Noland crossing it in the yellow jacket, followed by Botman and Quantitative Easing, and then Bollier Henry on the outside. Also out wide in white with a black cap, Barry Geraghty on Mosley. Barry wearing a pink armlet to denote that he's already the leading rider at the meeting. Further back in the field, Tullamore Dew with the package, and Zarafak remains held up in the rear in hoop sleeves along with Mount Oscar in the blue jacket. Reggae Dancer towards the back, and Mon Mome is fourth last, the former Grand National winner and Gold Cup third. Heading down towards the next, Fruity O'Rooney and Pantific over ahead of Run Shan and Billy McGurn, and once again they all land safely as they head back towards the home straight. Fruity O'Rooney, Pantific, Billy McGurn, Run Shan on the left is Our Mick and Jason Maguire looking for a double after his first race win on Cinders and Ashes. They're followed then by Quantitative Easing round the inside of Noland, Magnanimity. Out wider is Botman in the purple jacket, Mosley just about wide as the ball round that bend, followed by Riguez Dancer. Alfie Sherrin is further back with the package, and then out wide Tullamore Dew, who didn't really land running there and was coaxed along on landing as they jump the next, and Pantific out jumps Fruity O'Rooney. Pantific just takes over to Fruity O'Rooney, who's back alongside on the flat. A circuit left to travel. Billy McGurn is 3 or 4 lengths back in third, then hold on Julio and Noland and Magnanimity as they race towards another plain fence. Out wide is Our Mick, followed by another grey Botman, then Baillieu Henry as they clear this plain one. Quantitative Easing has cut every corner under the 16 times champion jockey, right round the inside, and then followed by Alfie Sherrin in the same ownership. Back in the field is Mon Mome, pushed along a bit from Mosley, the package. Run Shan has lost ground. Then Reggae Dancer, Zarafak, Tullamore Dew is struggling to keep up. Pantific down on his nose at the next, and a very bad blunder from Noland as well. Mount Oscar is tailing off. On towards the next. This is the water jump. Fruity O'Rooney and Pantific will take it nearly together there. Fruity O'Rooney just lands ahead. Billy McGurn is back in third. Then Our Mick, Magnanimity and the package on the outside, who's made steady headway. Then Hold On Julio right around the inside over this next open ditch. The 2 leaders safely over. Most of the others are safely over as well, as now they race on towards the next with 5 left to jump, and it's Fruity O'Rooney and Pantific. They've gone pretty hard in front here. Billy McGurn in third place, clearing that one. 1 or 2 stragglers now out the back. Run Shan has lost a lot of ground. That's right out the back. Tullamore Dew struggling. Mon Mome struggling. Noland after that mistake. Mount Oscar's pulled up, and it's Fruity O'Rooney that leads towards the final open ditch, and a great jump there for Jamie Moore's mount. Over Pantific in second. Mosley very nearly went there, but was beaten anyway, reaching the top of the hill, and 3 left to go, and it's Fruity O'Rooney from Pantific, Billy McGurn in the maroon sleeves, the package looking dangerous in blue and green, then Our Mick, Magnanimity, followed by Alfie Sherrin. He's hard at work on Quantitative Easing. He'll have to stay on, though he has run on well here before. Hold On Julio has lost his position, then Baillieu Henry on the inside, still just about in touch. This is 3 out there coming to, and Fruity O'Rooney from Pantific shortening up the lead over safely. Pantific hit it hard in second place. Then the package, Billy McGurn, Our Mick on the left, the grey, Magnanimity, Alfie Sherrin, Quantitative Easing, then Hold On Julio, Baillieu Henry and Reggae Dancer, and the rest are tailed off. They run into the final turn, and Fruity O'Rooney has got a couple of serious rivals here, the package and Our Mick, as they run round this final corner. Billy McGurn is fourth, then Alfie Sherrin. They're clear of Magnanimity and Pantific. Here's the second last. Fruity O'Rooney came up wonderfully again for Jamie Moore, but the package, the gamble of the race, is the challenger. Then Alfie Sherrin and Our Mick on the outside at the last. Fruity O'Rooney by a length and a half to the package. Alfie Sherrin is now the latest challenger to the leader. Fruity O'Rooney from Alfie Sherrin, and Alfie Sherrin staying well. They come quite close together. Alfie Sherrin from Fruity O'Rooney. Alfie Sherrin strides ahead and wins. Alfie Sherrin grabs the long-time leader Fruity O'Rooney. What a race he ran. Our Mick in third. Billy McGurn and the package were fighting it out for fourth. Then Magnanimity, Quantitative Easing and Pantific, Reggae's Dancer and Hold On Julio, Baillieu Henry, Mon Mome, Tullamore Dew, Run Shan and Botman just about the last to finish. Zarafat was another one to be pulled up, along with Mount Oscar, Mosley, and Noland was also pulled up. Well, here's a return to form for Alfie Sherrin. It's been in the wilderness a little bit. Form figures coming into this race. PF75, hardly promising, but he's really stormed home. He was a very promising horse at one stage earlier on in his career. He's also a lot of scope. And now a 9-year-old finally fulfilling a little bit of that potential. I wonder if Richie McLernan was surprised that he finished in front.
On this horse.
I'll tell
Unreal. The team are unreal.
The improvement in him, I mean, you put the cheek pieces on, but wow.
Yeah, as I said, Mr. O'Neill, Mr. McManus, Mr. Berry, the work they put in, the team at Jackdaws, the team at Martinstown, absolutely brilliant, and I'm very lucky to be part of it.
I mean, he was phenomenal today, wasn't he?
He jumped absolutely super, and Mr. O'Neill, Mr. McManus, Mr. Berry, they said, go out, ride him with loads of confidence, get round if you can, and that's all I did. And they're brilliant people to ride for and very easy to ride for.
But this is only his second win over fences.
Yeah, but he's had a couple of good runs. He was unlucky when he was second at Warwick, but he did it today, and that's all that counts.
It certainly does. If he never does anything again. Listen, well done, Richie.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And for Richie McLernan, it's his first Cheltenham winner at the 42nd attempt. Richie McLernan delighted to win here at Cheltenham, especially at the festival on Alfie Sherrin. It was a market mover in the ring thanks to Pricewise and the Racing Post. 25, 20 and 18 this morning, only 16 with Betfred, returned at 14-1. Coe's 7th choice of 3 of the punters at Alfie Sherrin. The runner-up, Fruitier Rooney, was sent off at 16-1. Mick was 3rd and 11-1 chance. The package stayed on to be 4th at 6-1 third favourite, and Betfred do play the 5th place, and that was Billy McGurn at 25-1, but Alfie Sherrin 107, 14-1. Richie McLernan, imagine riding a first winner at Cheltenham, 42nd attempt here at the festival.
Well, he talked about hunting him round, and one thing this